ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today we're covering everything you need to know. Today is August 8th, 2025. We've got new world rankings, massive upcoming fights, historic announcements, and one of the boldest moves that we've seen in boxing's promotional game in years. Stick around until the end for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. It's a special one. Let's kick things off with the latest world rankings, and trust me, this week didn't disappoint. At flyweight, Ricardo Sandoval has officially been crowned the new number one. The American standout has quietly built one of the most consistent resumes in the division, and with this latest win, he positioned himself for a potential unification fight. Ricardo Sandoval now sits ahead of previous division leaders, and the buzz is already building for a fight with Jesse Bam Rodriguez or even a move up to super flyweight for the bigger names. Meanwhile, at heavyweight, Oleksandr Usyk continues to sit on the throne as the undisputed king. Usyk's recent performances, he has a very clear win over Daniel Dubois where he stopped him, and it further cements his legacy, and he's now sitting at 24 wins, 0 losses with 15 knockouts. Oleksandr Usyk's skill set remains unmatched. The question becomes, who's next? Could it be Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, Joseph Parker, or will the division look to his new generation with names like Jared Anderson and Moses Itauma? Let me know how you guys feel about all of that in the comments. And speaking of legends, Manny Pacquiao at 46 years old stunned the fans by going the distance and securing a draw in a competitive fight against Mario Barrios, the WBC champ. While he's not the same fighter who tore through the 2000s, Manny Pacquiao's ability to operate at high level at 46 years old is remarkable. The rankings panel gave him an honorable mention, but more importantly, it reminds us that Manny Pacquiao still draws eyes and headlines. Now, Rios Jimenez, Benghazi. This is part of Libya. This is part of the WBA's controversial and KO drugs campaign between Argentina's Mirco Cuello and Venezuela's Sergio Rios Jimenez. This is part of the WBA's controversial KO drugs campaign, which has been used to promote boxing events worldwide, often in locations that don't traditionally host major fights. Cuello comes in with the undefeated record of 15 wins, 12 knockouts. He's a power puncher with explosive combinations and a fan-friendly style. Rios Jimenez, meanwhile, is dangerous, but he's untested. He has 19 wins, 7 knockouts, and he's looking to shock the world with the career-defining upset over Sergio Rios Jimenez. Interesting here isn't just the fight, it's the venue. Libya has never been known as a boxing hotspot, and staging a championship bout here as much about politics and image as it is about the sport. It's a reminder that boxing is a global business, and promoters will take risks and open new markets. Whether this becomes a regular thing remains to be seen, but for now, all eyes will be on Cuello and Rios to deliver inside the ring. Looking ahead, August 16th in Riyadh, we've got a fascinating heavyweight fight. Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. Dillian Whyte, now 31-3, 22 knockouts, has seen the highs and been a top contender and the lows of a crushing defeat. He's openly admitted this fight is a big risk for both men, but especially for him at this stage of his career. A loss could mean the end of his run as a serious contender. His quote says it all. It's a big risk for both of us, but for me, coming back from a loss would be much harder. On the other side, you have Moses Itauma, the 20-year-old British phenom, sitting at 32 wins, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Moses Itauma has speed, size, and confidence well beyond his years. and beating somebody like Dillian Whyte, world title opportunities. Stylistically, this is an intriguing matchup. We have Dillian Whyte, who will look to slow down the pace and use his experience and land bigger shots late in the fight. Meanwhile, we have Moses Itauma, who will try to use his youth, speed, and conditioning to overwhelm him early. This fight isn't just about the rankings though, it's about the future of the heavyweight division. Let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. The biggest business story in boxing this week comes from TKO Boxing Group, the parent company of UFC and WWE, announcing their official launch of Zuffa Boxing in early 2026. Their debut event, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford for the undisputed super middleweight title, set for September 13th in Las Vegas, streaming live on Netflix. This isn't just a monster, this is a monster move, not just because of the fight, but because TKO's entry could reshape boxing's promotion entirely. Expect a UFC-style marketing, huge press tours, and potentially more consistent matchmaking. They've also thrown their support behind strengthening the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act, signaling that they want to address long-standing contractual and fighter rights issues in the sport. Whether this becomes a new golden era or just another promotional shakeup, it remains to be seen. But one thing's clear, Zuffa Boxing will have everyone's attention. Now, mark your calendars. Here's the quick rundown of what's next. September 13th, we have Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford, Undisputed Super Middleweight Championship, Las Vegas, Nevada, streaming live on Netflix. November 15th, we have Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. This is the Ring Unfinished Business at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. These are fights that you won't want to miss, each with major implications for their divisions. And now for your favorite segment, on this day in boxing history. August 8th, 2025, the WBA took a bold step by bringing World Championship boxing to Libya for the first time. Headlined by Mirco Cuello and Sergio Rios Jimenez, whether this experiment pays off long term, it remains to be seen. But it will be remembered as the night when boxing broke new ground in a place it had never been before. For today's update, from ranking shakeups to the heavyweight drama and the future of boxing's promotion, the future of the sport continues to surprise us every week. This is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.